Hello Yu-Gi-Oh champions, this is Ken representing Yugi.Dek, and I'm back with another Y.D.G.S segment. Today we'll be doing Fire King Shaddolls. This is an interesting deck. Me and my friend Chase been working on this, and he wanted me to test it out, see if I could improve it, make it better, make it meta relevant. Yeah, this deck seems pretty solid. It has. Let's go down the checklist, alright? Real quick. It has really good consistency. I would actually probably give it a B. It's very consistent for what it does. Worst case scenario, you're gonna start off with Shadoll play, or you can start off with the standard Fire King play. That's the worst case scenario. Where you open up with the island and Tinky or something like that, and make like a Bujin Kakasuchi or Tiger King first turn, or you make like a win the first turn. I guess that's kind of like the worst part of the consistency of this deck. But besides that, it's still pretty solid. And so I'll give it a B. It's not like the best consistency, but it has really good consistency. Let's go with checklist. Let's go with power. This deck is has a pretty good level of power, but it doesn't. I guess it has problems getting over a few things. But I guess because it relies on rank 4s, I can get over like beat sticks, and I could take monsters that don't like being destroyed and spin away, and so because it's a rank 4 engine, because I have a couple synchros like Vulcan the Divine, it kind of increased the power of the deck, and also it has like mass destruction. So again, I'll give it a B. It's like pretty good. And then accessibility, the ability to grab resources from the deck, I'm gonna give it an A solely because thanks to Fire King Island and triple terraforming and triple Shadoll fusion, the deck can go 0 to 100 real quick. Like, I can put whatever I need in the graveyard with Shadoll fusion, add whatever I need from my hand with Fire King Island. I could, especially when I need something from the deck, whoever needs something from the graveyard. The deck is just so versatile. It can like adapt to a lot of situations. You can play slow, you can play fast. So I'm getting ahead of myself. And let's go with the accessibility. Talk about draw power. Yeah, honestly, Beast in this is pretty good draw power. I guess if anything, if I want to add any more draw power, which I don't think I need, it would be like maybe throwing in like 1 or 2 Allure Darknesses. With that's clearly optional, but like this plus like Beast or this plus Squamata, like you can be going through your deck pretty quickly if you get into the resources that you need. And then speed, yeah. First turns, pretty decent first turns, but like turn 2s, yeah, this deck can go from like 0 to 100 real quick. They get the spam like rank 4s, or say the Unfortunate Souls playing like extra deck. He summon, Titanic Galaxy or something, activate that, negate, activate another one, and then just literally just like do whatever you need to do that turn. Yeah, the deck doesn't require like almost like no setup. I guess going back to consistency, I guess just talk about how often does this deck brick. It normally doesn't brick. Like, its chance of bricking is pretty low. I guess I could draw like 3 terraforming and 3 Fire King Island, but that's like the worst, one of the worst possible hands. Like the odds of me drawing I think it's kind of low, because I was literally drawing 3 and 3 to be like literally virtually unplayable. But like, it has really good synergy. Like if I draw like a Shadoll, bunch of Shadolls, and I need like a fire in my hand, activate island, blow up a Shadoll, search, and then it's pretty good. So what do I grade this deck? Well, let's go back to the chart. And keep this in mind, guys. The purpose of this chart is not to discourage you or say that you're like a bad deck builder or whatever. Like the idea is just to help you lay out your deck ideas and help you make an easy way to see certain potential flaws in your deck, or to say if you're relying too much only on power, or you're relying too much on, like, I guess, consistency or draw power, and you don't, fill in the category. It's pretty much to show you like the overall balance of your deck. Because if your balance is out of whack, it's you're playing an unstable deck, and it's pretty much this chart is just trying to show you a more stable, consistent, well balanced, competitive deck. So going back to the Fire Kings, I said I'll grade the consistency to B. Like I said, it's you can literally do a lot of stuff like with like almost with you can do a lot of stuff with like a lot of hand combinations. It's not necessarily a good or bad hand with this deck, and like, I mean, obviously there is some, you could get a bad hand probably, but the fact that it's like the low chance of breaking, which I'll give it like a B consistency. Technically, I guess I'm going maybe too harsh. Probably should technically give it an A, but this is just step process and power. I gave it a B. Yet again, it can struggle with floaters, but yet again, the deck has its ways to get around that kind of stuff. And mass destruction is still kind of relevant. If your opponent doesn't have the deck built around that, so it can get over like a lot of decks, like a lot of stuff. Get over a lot of locks, so I'll definitely give it a B for power because it can overcome a lot of situations, especially like back row decks. It can eat through certain back rows. Accessibility, I'll give it A because the ability for it to use resources from the graveyard, search from the deck, like it doesn't matter what your resource it is, you can always just utilize it. It's pretty good, and the searchability is pretty high as well too, especially with like Hound and Island. You could in Foolish Burial and Tinky, like you get whatever you need when you need it during the situation. Draw power, it's pretty good. It's like I said, I could do things like put Allure of Darkness in the deck and give it like an A. But I'm going with the B right now because it's not. It's very reliable, but I guess I'm not focused on it as much as I can. Yeah, again, because if you have, I guess, deck with high draw power, you're probably risking something like power or consistency. That's something to keep in mind. So the reason why I didn't want to max out my draw power, because I'm kind of concerned about my consistency and my power. So I'm trying to find like a good level balance. And then speed, I'll have to give it an A. Like this deck requires like almost no setup. Like its setup requires like, you draw on a Fire King Island, or you just activate Shadoll Fusion. Like that's the most setup you need. So we got our numbers. Let's go to our handy dandy calculator. So we got 8 plus 8 plus 10 plus 8 plus 10 equals 44. 44 times that by 2. You get 88. So you have stack power is on 88% effectiveness in terms of balance. So this deck is highly balanced. If you guys have any suggestions of improving this chart, just let me know in the comment section. This is not set in stone. Kind of something I kind of just came up with on the fly. But now you know that, let's get started with some duels, and I'll show off this deck. See you guys in a little bit. Alright, Yugi Pros is Fire King Shadolls. Let me know what grade would you give this deck? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is Ken Roy from Yugi.Dek signing out.